Hello everyone, my name is Kim. I am 55 years old and I am currently on a GLP-1 weight loss journey. I started this journey about 5 weeks ago and I am taking 2.5 milligrams of Zepbound. This all started when I hit menopause, and menopause is no joke. If anybody out there knows, your weight loss stalls and your body hurts, and there's a lot of things that come along with it, and I'm not having it. I started hormone therapy about 1.5 years ago. I take estrogen and progesterone, and I just have not been able to lose weight since I started menopause. A few other things came with my weight gain, which was sleep apnea. So I'm currently using a sleep apnea machine, a CPAP. And at my doctor's office, we had a lengthy discussion about my weight because I have not been this heavy my whole life, and it's mortifying, and I hate it, and I just want to hide and not be out in public. So I usually just stay in my girl cave, which is my house, and enjoy myself there. But when I have to go out, I'm so self-conscious about not showing my arms, not wearing shorts, wearing baggy clothes. And I know none of this is good for my mental health. I want to feel good about me in every way. So I decided this is it. I'm gonna take the plunge and I'm gonna do something about it. So I went to my doctor and she told me until we get the sleep apnea under control, my body's not gonna lose weight because it's gonna be in constant survival mode. So I got a CPAP machine. I started using that. I had been using it for about 2 months, and I went back to my doctor and in tears, and I said, I have to lose weight. And she had offered GLP-1s to me, but I turned them down because I didn't want to deal with any of the side effects. I was afraid. I didn't want to get Ozempic face. But at that point, I was desperate. So I did my research. I started watching other content creators. I started just reading articles and really researching peptides. And I discovered that, unbeknownst to me, they're a lot healthier for me than I thought. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna do it. She called in a prescription to my pharmacy. I went to pick it up, and it was $1,000. And I said, nope. That's not going to happen. I cannot afford $1,000 a month for a GLP-1. So I called my doctor back and I'm like, I can't afford this. What can we do? And she said, I'll send a prescription to Lilly Direct. So she sent the prescription to Lilly Direct. I got a text from them that day saying that I had been approved and that my tirzepatide was going to be $349. Now that's still a stretch. That's a lot of money for a weight loss medication that may take several months to get me to my goal. It could even take a year. And so I thought, I'm gonna try it and just see if it works. So my first, I got the injection after she called in my prescription. I think I got the Zepbound. It was for right over 4th of July weekend. So of course the pharmacy was closed. I had to wait over 4th of July weekend. But on that Tuesday, I got an email from Lilly Direct saying that my Zepbound was on the way, and I got it on the next day, on Wednesday. And Wednesday was my shot day. And I was so nervous to take it. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know what to expect. Even though I had done the research, I still didn't know for sure how my body was gonna respond to it. So I took my injection, and I took it in my upper left arm because I had been reading and watching a lot of other creators say that if you do it in your arm or your thigh, your side effects are lesser. And that is true because I just took my 5th injection last week, and I have been rotating. I did my left arm first, I did my left belly, I did my right arm and my right belly. And I can tell you, every time that I have put my injection in my belly, I have had nausea to the point where I've had to call my doctor and get a prescription for Zofran. And nausea is, but next to a UTI, nausea is the worst thing for me. I cannot function when I'm nauseated. I just hate that feeling. It's a horrible feeling. So this last time, I did my injection in my upper left arm, and I think that's my sweet spot. I'm gonna stay injecting, alternating between my right arm and my left arm. I might try my thigh, but I'm not sure, because I've heard some people say when they inject it in their thigh, they don't feel anything, which that also makes me a little uneasy, because I have felt so good taking these GLP-1 peptides. I can't even tell you how much better I feel. Besides, occasional constipation or some diarrhea, slight queasiness, my food noise is gone. I do not crave food. The first couple of weeks that I was on tirzepatide, I only wanted to drink my food. And I know that's not healthy, and I didn't. I had to force myself to eat. But drinking my food was so much more appealing to me than eating food. I stocked up on protein shakes, but I do force myself to eat. I'm not hungry. I don't get the hunger symptoms or signals, but I know when it's time to eat. So I try very hard to just eat a high protein packed meal every time I do eat, because I can't eat a lot. So I know that I have to make those meals worth it. So a lot of cottage cheese and blueberries in the morning, and high protein, some kind of meat and vegetable during the afternoon. And if I can eat dinner, I will. A lot of times I do a protein shake. Also, I am using a probiotic that also has fiber and something else in it. I can't remember what it is, but I'll find out and come back to that. I actually got it off a TikTok shop. It's called Belly Welly. And this video is not sponsored by anybody. I'm not promoting any products, but I have to say the Belly Welly has helped me keep everything moving like it should. So that's been a game changer. I was worried in the beginning when I first started. I did get a little constipation on day 2, and I panicked because my husband has diverticulitis. He's recently had a surgery to correct that, but he would drink mag citrate like it was going out of style. And I thought, well, if he could do it, I can do it. That was a huge mistake. Huge mistake. I do not recommend it to anybody because I drank the whole bottle, just like he would, thinking, well, if it works for him, it's going to work for me. Big mistake. About a 4 or 5 day mistake. So I don't recommend drinking a whole bottle of mag citrate, but maybe a tablespoon next time if that happens again. But at that point, once I suffered for about 4 or 5 days, I thought, I got to do something else. So I did some research. I found the Belly Welly on TikTok, started using that. Ever since then, I've had no problem. Everything is working like it's supposed to, and I'm just going to continue on that. I've lost, the first month on tirzepatide, I lost 9 pounds. I'm now in my 5th week, and my weigh-in day is on Wednesday. Today's Monday, so I've got 2 more days before I weigh in. But I've weighed myself on and off. I'm trying not to get crazy about the scale because the number on the scale doesn't tell you everything. I took my measurements before starting tirzepatide, and I took my measurements last week. And even though I've only lost 9 pounds this week, which is a lot of weight for a month, I have lost 14 inches off of my body already. And that is huge for me. I've noticed that my clothes are looser, my shirts are baggier, my waistline is getting smaller, my pants aren't so tight. And I'm starting to get a little more definition in my legs, believe it or not. I've noticed that everything's starting to slim down. I'm not seeing huge leaps on the scale, but my body in inches is telling me this is working. So I'm going to continue to take it. And I'm so happy that I finally made that decision. And then I did some research, discovered, that it's not all that bad. And the side effects that you do get, usually are manageable. My doctor did give me a prescription for Zofran, so I use that when I inject it in my belly, but I haven't had to use it in a couple of weeks because I'm gonna stick to my arms, and we're gonna try that and see how it goes. And also, I didn't dose up after week 4. I decided to stay on the 2.5 because it's working. I've lost weight. My appetite suppression is under control. My food noise is completely gone. So instead of dosing up, I'm going to stay on the 2.5 for as long as I possibly can. When it starts to stop working or I notice it's slowing down, then I'll bump up to the 5 milligrams. But until then, we're going to stay right where we're at. But I'm hoping that everything is going to go just great, and that if my story can help anyone else out there who's contemplating starting a GLP-1 or someone who is already on a GLP-1, that me sharing my story can help them, then that is a win-win. That is my goal, is to just share and hopefully help someone else that's getting ready to start or has already started and they're experiencing certain things, that we can just support each other. The GLP-1 community is growing exponentially every single day, and I'm very glad to be a part of it, and I am looking forward to sharing this journey with you. My starting stats are, I'm 55 years old, I'm menopausal, I am on HRT, and I started at 254 pounds. But I am down to between 230 and 233. I'm kind of fluctuating between those numbers right now. But I'm going to give it a go and see how I do. And I've got a plan for when I do meet my goal. And I'm just excited that you guys are going to come with me along the way. And hopefully we can just support each other. So I will be updating here in a couple of days and let you know how it goes. And until then, good luck everybody, and I'm rooting for you, and we'll see you soon.